Hey guys, good evening and welcome back again to your Unacademy NEET English channel. I hope all of you are doing great, having a good time. So, my dear students, when we talk about AIIMS Delhi, which is the dream college of millions of students, right? A lot of students must be thinking, if we start our preparation now, is it possible to crack? Is it possible to get into AIIMS Delhi? Dear students, approximately you have got 9 to 10 months left till your NEET examination, right? And as I keep on telling you all the time, almost 1 year is enough to crack any sort of competitive examination. And this is not something which only I'm telling you. I've seen it. I've seen students qualifying this particular examination with a very good score in a lesser span of time. That means 1 year is huge, my dear students. So first of all, if you ask a question to yourself from now onwards, whether you have got sufficient time to get into AIIMS Delhi if you start your preparation now, the answer is a big yes. You can do it. You have got ample amount of time, my dear students. Now, a lot of students must be thinking, what different things we should do to get into AIIMS Delhi? What kind of books we should follow? What should be our strategy, basically, for the upcoming 9 months? And in this particular session, I'm going to let you know all the very, very important things which you have to keep into your consideration all the time to get into AIIMS Delhi. And I hope you will get it. So, my dear students, first of all, if you talk about the NEET 2023 paper, right? In your NEET 2023 examination, I'm talking about, right? So basically, there were almost 10 to 15 students, almost some 15 students were there who had the score of 715. There were almost like 20 to 30 students who had the score of 710 almost, right? So my dear students, let me tell you, approximately this year, AIIMS Delhi, that will get closed at 705 around. Those students who have got more than 705 marks, they'll be the ones who will be going to AIIMS Delhi. Now you'll be thinking, the target which you need to keep to get into AIIMS Delhi through NEET 2024 examination, the target has to be huge. My dear students, you have to look at 720 out of 720. And it's not something which people have not done. People do it. There are students who do it. And those are the average students who actually do it. Average students with proper guidance and hard work. That's enough. An average student with proper guidance and hard work, they are the ones who score really high. More than 705, 710, 715 in this particular examination, and then get into the AIIMS Delhi. Right? So first of all, you have to keep one thing in your mind all the time, that you are not going to miss out a single question in the NEET 2024 examination. This should be in your mind all the time. Point number one. Point number two, my dear students, it's not an easy task to get 720 out of 720. You know it, I know it, but people have done it. So it's not impossible. It's not easy, but at the same time, it's not at all impossible. Correct? So imagine how immense hard work it would need to get 720 out of 720. Imagine how proper guidance you should be following to get 720 out of 720. Right? So my dear students, during these 9 months, there should be no distractions at all. You should be motivated all the time. There should be only one thing in front of you, that is your dream college, that's AIIMS Delhi. And if these things you'll keep in your mind, I'm 100% sure, my dear students, you will definitely fall into your dream college. So what all things you need to follow from now onwards? Dear students, there are some things which you need to do differently, basically. Number one. First of all, as I keep on telling you, you do not have to complete your whole syllabus in 9 months. Maximum, in 6 months, you have to complete your whole syllabus. In 6 months, you have to complete your whole syllabus of your physics, chemistry, as well as biology, of class 11th as well as class 12th, right? It looks a huge task. Perfect. Again, I'm going to divide it. Again, I'm going to break it. In 6 months, approximately 96 chapters. That means in 1 month, approximately 16 chapters you have to cover. And in 1 week, approximately you have to cover 4 chapters. In 1 week, you have to cover 4 chapters only. But these 4 chapters which you are going to cover in a week, you have to cover them differently, my dear students. What does that mean? First of all, you have to select your weekly targets. You should be exactly knowing in the upcoming week which all 4 chapters you are going to cover. And you have to cover them in such a way that if you see any question from those 4 chapters, you should be able to do it. You should be able to do it. And 1 week is enough to crack 4 chapters properly, right? With all the problem patterns. Let me tell you that honestly. 1 week is enough. So first of all, in order to cover these 4 chapters in a week, at least you have to do 10 plus hours of self-study every day. 10 plus hours of self-study, my dear students. And it's not that you have to do this 10 plus hours of self-study only for a week. No. Only for 2 weeks? No. You have to do it throughout this preparation phase. If you dedicate 10 hours of your time every day from now onwards for these 9 months, I'm damn sure you will fall into your dream college. And my dear students, these 10 plus hours every day, okay, that means in 7 days, you're giving almost 70 hours of time, of self-studying time to these 4 chapters. And giving 70 hours to 4 chapters, it's huge. That's approximately some 17 hours you are giving, right? Approximately to one particular chapter. Okay? Now you must be thinking, what all different things you should do basically. My dear students, weekly target following, that's really must. Okay? So follow the weekly targets. Make the weekly targets. Right? Number 1. Number 2, in order to cover a particular chapter, the first thing which you should do, that is the lecture. That is the lecture of a particular chapter. Whether you're an offline student, whether you're from paid online batch, whether you're following YouTube, whatever is it, follow the lecture. Right? My dear students, before following a particular lecture, you should select your teachers wisely. Again, I'm telling you, get trained by the teachers who have produced the ranks. Okay? So keep this thing in mind all the time. So first, select your teachers, follow their lectures for a particular chapter. Number 1. Number 2, once you follow the lecture of a particular chapter, once you see all the lectures of a particular chapter, do the note making at the same. I would want you guys to make your notes. Running notes. Making running notes are important. Right? While you'll be watching a lecture, you have to note down every single thing. Okay? At the same time, if I talk about physics and chemistry, your teachers, they solve a lot of questions during the lecture. Once you're done with the lecture, whatever question your teacher have solved in the session, I would want you guys to solve the same questions again without seeing the solution after the end of the lecture. First of all, solve the same questions. Solve the same questions. Solve the same questions without seeing the solution. Okay? Perfect. Guys, this creates an impact. This creates an impact. You'll get to know. Just try it for a week. You'll get to know. Well, after solving the same questions again, without seeing the solution, what after that? After that, I would want you guys to follow study material. I would want you to follow study material. Whatever study material you have. Study material of some reputed coaching institutes, whether it's online or offline. Just follow the study material. And you know what the reputed study material is all about, right? Whatever questions are given in your study material from the chapter which you have covered, those lectures you have watched, do all its level 1, level 2, level 3 questions. Solve them properly. Do not skip a single question in your study material, whatever study material you are following. Okay? After that, my dear students, you will solve the PYQs of the same chapter. You'll solve the PYQs. Whatever PYQs have been asked in your NEET examination from last 15 years. Last 15-year PYQs of NEET, you'll be solving them. At the same time, last 10-year PYQs of JEE examination. last 10-year PYQs of JEE mains. You'll be solving them as well. 15-year PYQs of NEET and 10-year PYQs of JEE mains. You'll be solving at the same time for the same particular chapter which you're covering. After that, my dear students, after that, you'll be writing one mock test. You'll be writing one mock test of the same chapter which you have covered. By writing a mock test, you'll understand about the time management. You'll understand your weaknesses, strengths, everything. Okay? Writing the chapter-wise mock test is really, really important when you really want to crack it huge. When you really want to score 720 out of 720 in your NEET examination. So, writing chapter-wise mock test, that is very, very, very important. Okay? That's not it. That's not it. When I talked about solving study material, solving PYQs, 15-year NEET PYQs, 10-year JEE mains PYQs, giving a mock test, one thing which I skipped. What is that? That is NCERT reading, my dear students. When you complete the lectures of a chapter, you have to read your NCERT once at the same time. NCERT reading. Be it your physics, be it your chemistry, be it your biology. And it's just not, when I talk about physics and chemistry, it's just not you'll read the NCERT. That's not enough. Whatever examples are there in your NCERT, solved examples, look at them as well. You need to solve them as well. And at the same time, whatever exercise is given at the end of the chapter in your NCERT, you have to cover that as well. There are students who actually do it. And I would want you guys to do it at the same time. Let me quickly tell you again what all things, how you should prepare yourself. First of all, my dear students, you have to cover 4 chapters in a particular week. Okay? How do we cover these 4 chapters in a particular week? If you are willing to dedicate 10 plus hours of self-study, right, then only you'll be able to cover these 4 chapters in this particular sequence, in this particular strategical sequence, right? First, watch the lecture. After watching the lecture, make the notes. After making the notes, read the NCERT once, only the theoretical part, right? After reading the NCERT, just solve the same questions which your teacher have taught in the lecture without seeing the solution. After that, whatever study material you are following, just do it level 1, level 2, level 3 questions, right? After solving study material, solve 15-year PYQs of NEET from the same chapter. Solve 10-year PYQs of JEE mains from the same chapter. And after that, if you look at the other important things, whatever solved examples as well as exercise is given in your NCERT at the end, you have to do them as well. My dear students, if you follow this particular sequence for every chapter, I am telling you, I'm giving you 100% assurance that you can crack it. You can crack it with a really good score. My dear students, you can expect more than 710 in your NEET examination for sure, which will directly lead you into the AIIMS Delhi for sure. So this is very simple strategy, right? Which I have seen people following and getting into the dream college. And I would want you guys to follow the same. Let's keep it very short and precise. It was a very small session in which I had to tell you, like, if you really dream about AIIMS Delhi, then these are the things which you have to keep into your consideration all the time. Okay, so follow this sequence. Cover 4 chapters in a week. That means in 6 months you are covering your whole syllabus. What about the last 3 months? My dear students, you should cover your whole syllabus in 6 months in such a way that you should not study something new in the last 3 months. The last 3 months, if I talk about the last 3 months should be only and only for the revision and the mock test. In the last 3 months, at least 100 mock tests you should be writing. You should be writing 100 mock tests, my dear students. And writing 100 mock tests, you will understand exactly, you'll get exam friendly, right? That is more important, right? You'll understand the exam culture by writing these 100 mock tests. And apart from these 100 mock tests, already you are writing some 96 mock tests after every chapter. So in total, I must say, approximately 200 mock tests you are writing in your preparation phase. 200 mock tests is huge, my dear. One mock test carries 200 questions, right? Of your physics, chemistry, bio. So 200 mock tests. Just multiply 200 by 200. Those are the number of the questions which you are solving apart from the study material, apart from the PYQs, right? Just from the mock test. Okay, and more the questions you guys will be solving, better is going to be your score. That's all which I have to say in this session. So if you are following this particular strategy, go for it. Our best wishes are with you. And if you have any sort of other doubts, like how to study, what not to study, what to study, please let me know in the comment section of this particular video. Take care. God bless you all and love you all. Bye-bye.